Hello and welcome, I'm Count Christo, and welcome back to the Endsieg mod. So as many of you no doubt know, I had a great time playing this mod as Germany, in which we started in the 1945 start, we held back the Allies and the Soviets, and we eventually went on to defeat both. Now, this time, I think we're going to go for something slightly different. We're in the 1943 start. This is pre-D-Day. We're going to play as the UK and see if we can take on the German Reich at its not quite zenith of its power. Zenith is highest, right? Pretty sure it is. Anyway, we're gonna take on the German Reich in Italy, and I believe Italy's not in the Axis, right? So we can get a peace deal if we take Europe. Okay, and we're gonna see if we can bring low the German Goliath. So first off, all our friends want to join our wars, and sadly, I am going to accept, even though I dislike the AI rather intensely. Right. So we only have 4 research slots. That strikes me as hugely unfair. We can get one more. Germany has like 7. So this seems a little unreasonable, but there you go. What else can we do? We can get some factories into our puppets. That's good. We can give them independence too. Not going to do that. Nothing much else we can do useful here. Jet aircraft, then we're probably going to, I don't know, suppress subjects or something. If we could integrate India, that would be good. So, what do our templates look like? Okay, we have a very nice infantry template. It's a bit too large, we can fix that. A titchy little template. Not a bad armor template, not brilliant. Okay. We don't appear to have any... unfortunately, my multiple production columns mod doesn't work with Endsieg. Right, so we've got all kinds of stuff queued up, and none of it's actually being built. Marvellous. Hopefully we have ridiculous numbers of airplanes. Yeah, we've got stupid numbers of airplanes. Good. Germany has quite a few, though. I think a massive strategic bombing campaign could be quite effective. Factories-wise, we need more military factories, and we need them now. So let's get going. We already have anti-air in the south. Yeah, so we're going to put our factories where we have the anti-air, which is, I believe, those 4 states. I am correct. Awesome. So we're going to start banging out these factories, and we will just carry on once those are... Oops, sorry, I've done that in the wrong order there. Just carry on banging out a lot of military factories. Outdated equipment in production. What, though? Oh, this, obviously. Why isn't it showing as outdated? Interesting. Well, that can switch to support weapons. We're going to need some artillery, for sure. We're going to need some motorized, I think. Oh, we're going to need rations. This is, apparently that's motorized equipment. That's anti-air. Rations, that's what I'm after here. Okay, let's drop that down a bit. Down a bit more. Okay, I don't know how much rations we're going to need to produce. We'll see. Navy, we've got them beat, right? We have 60 to 70 ships. We have 117. I can only imagine ours are superior. I am going to bring all of our ships. Oh, we have a Mediterranean force. Okay. The rest of those... Oh, it's an Egyptian one. Alright, we've got the Gibraltar Strait on lock. Got the Suez safe. We've won the African War already. Let's bring all these guys home to Sussex, and then we'll consider our naval options. We are democratic, so we can't justify against people. World tension is also only at 37%. That's interesting. We are at war economy. I think we definitely go to total mobilization, which will of course require us to go to extensive conscription. That didn't help. Is service by requirement worth it? No. Alright, that was a waste of political power. Back to war economy, boys. Why didn't going from limited to extensive make a difference? Oh well. We want offense, regrouping, amphibious invasion speed. I think speed is not the issue. Infantry division attack. We've got all our doctrine researched, presumably. No, not even close. Okay. Well, we want to start on that then. I had actually checked this recently. 241, and if we hire this guy... Yes, okay, it's retroactive. Good. In terms of these guys, we want a war industrialist. Yeah, military factory speed. Nice. And we're out of political power. Okay. National focus, extra research slot seems like a priority to me. Now, naval dockyards. So I'd like a fair number. Well, we've got 1,000 convoys. Never mind. We will never have to produce another convoy ever again. How many carriers do we have in our navy? 6. Seems like enough. In which case, let's just bang out light cruisers. I have no idea if the meta in terms of what ships to build is the same as in vanilla, so I'm just going to assume that it is and produce stupid numbers of light cruisers. Might be wrong, but you know. So la vie. Let's get better infantry support. It's 43, although it's not telling me these are ahead of time, interestingly enough. So I will go for those probably, unless we're behind on industry, which we are. It takes 1 day. Interesting. Well, I guess we'll do that. And then straight into this. Some more construction speed, very nice. Okay, now, let's assign our divisions. We have a fair number of divisions, and they are all fully equipped. Presumably we have a bunch in, yeah. Oh, okay, so the Sicilian invasion has already gone off in our favour. These are, it's interesting, that flag is showing them as, oh, that's weird. This thing's an independent nation with its own troops. Very weird. Okay, Malta, we don't need to garrison Malta. We're going to take total naval supremacy in the Mediterranean. Let's get that done now. You guys, your job is just to prevent enemy naval invasions of Africa. So if we patrol these 3 areas, that should give us total control there. Now, air wings wise, we need, well, certainly we need to not be bombed. So let's do that first. And this place is overstacked. So transport wings, you can go for now. And we can reduce the size of this one. No, just to 1,000. There we go. Oh, these are tactical bombers. Okay. These are strategic bombers. Well, let's start bombing France. See what they do. How far can my attack bombers... Oh, actually, my attack bombers and my strike bombers can reach anywhere. Okay, let's bomb Germany then. See how much damage we can do over there. Here we've got some fighters. These are just normal fighters, right? Yeah, so they haven't got the reach to protect these bombers. So if they deploy heavy fighters against us, we'll have to... large numbers of fighters, I mean to say. Then we shall have to withdraw. Well, can these guys... We can put fighters in France, so maybe we'll just have to bomb France. More strategic bombers. You can deploy down here and then join the fight bombing Germany. You guys are redeploying already. Where else have we got planes? Some in Gibraltar. It's entirely superfluous. Although naval bombers, I'd probably rather just base them out of Tunisia. Let's just bomb the Western Mediterranean with navals, with striking ships. More fighters. Let's just disband them so we have them in reserve. TAC bombers. I think you can go and join the assault on Germany. Naval bombers. You can do the Eastern Mediterranean. And here we have some fighters. I'm not sure what we're going to do about Italy. Because this is a really difficult place to push for any further from. And these guys aren't going to be able to reinforce their men because they've got 1 factory. So even if they have all these troops, then they're not going to be able to do anything. I do think we should probably leave someone in Gibraltar. We are going to have a separate coastal garrison army. I don't think we need to garrison most stuff over here, since we have so much naval superiority, but just to be sure, I think we will leave 1 guy in Gibraltar. It's just so annoying to try and retake. Let's get this guy out of Malta. We haven't really got a good reason to need to retake Malta, even if it falls, so I'm not too concerned about that. Okay, who's still unassigned? Someone down here. You're entirely superfluous, as are you. I'm doing this rather than assigning them somewhere so I can make sure they all go in and see at the same time. So I don't have to worry about them getting convoy raided as much. Do we have men in India? No, the Raj is dealing with that. Okay, well we certainly were going to request all forces from the Raj. And you lads are going to hold this river. Like that. I have no intention of making progress against Japan in the early game. I don't think it matters. They're going to get very powerful, yes, but that's not our immediate concern. Are these decent troops? Yeah, it's good enough to hold a port. Lots of them in the south for some reason. Interesting. Free France holding that one. Right, you guys. How about these weaklings, though? Are they... They're passable. Let's have these start with decent troops. There aren't that many ports in India, surprisingly enough. I guess it wasn't as industrialized. You can go there. The Sikh rifles. Persia presumably is in our faction. Yeah, since we invaded them. This isn't what happened, historically. Persia didn't become a puppet. England just took this area. Weird. Anyway. Let's just deploy everyone, all these spare puppet guys to here, and then I'll decide what to do with them. So the ambition for this campaign is not only to take out Germany, but also to take out the Soviet Union. So it's going to be tough, to say the least. Because the Soviets have stupidly large numbers of troops. How are your men, Iraq? They are perfectly passable. In which case I shall use them to do some garrisoning around here. This is mostly an anti-Japanese measure. I have no idea how the American AI will do dealing with with Japan. My guess is garbage, so we will send these guys over here. Okay, if you guys go into a new army, so I know you're free. Oman, what's your situation? They're independent. I should probably just look at myself. Okay. South Africa, you are of course a puppet, so I will request forces from you. You haven't got any. I can also just look at my puppet list. Anyone else I'm not understanding? Expecting. Alright, of course, Canada has no men. Australia has quite a few men. Where are they? All in Australia. Yeah. Defending against a potential naval invasion. Oh, and there's some of them over here as well. Interesting. Oh no! Freaking Singapore fort fell. Darn, that's not good. Might need to try and retake that at some point. Alright, you guys in the port garrison. We're not going to defend the port garrison with it. Tanks, though. Definitely don't need to defend up there. Or there. Here, however, could do with garrisoning. Sydney, naturally. Just one reserve guy in the capital seems fine. Okay, and here. Okay. That's a decent garrison for them. The rest can go into my... just another spare unit. New Zealand, do you presume you don't have any forces? No. Okay, who haven't I requested from? I think that might be everyone. Raj, Persia, New Zealand, Iraq, Canada, Australia. Yeah, I think I've requested forces from everyone. Finland still on the Axis? Yeah. Okay, now, these Australians need to be in the main army. And they're going to start having some serious problems if we don't connect up back here. Oh, there's one of them free. Okay, I can have you do that. And then rush up here. Take all this so we don't get flanked from those ports. You, in fact, can go the other way. Do something like this. Okay, hopefully we can retake these areas. How is our rubber production then? Okay, it's still okay. Our oil production is pretty bad. If we could retake some of this area, that would be good for oil. Okay, so the kind of Middle Eastern and Indian spares can all go on this front. Maybe I'm falling back too far. Let's just see if we can hold this river. Because this is all impassable. So let's do that. If we can't, we can always fall back to this one, and that'll be fine. Nepal, shouldn't you be my puppet? Nepal was not neutral in the Second World War. I don't know why all the mods in this game seem to think that Nepal was neutral in the Second World War. Let's send these guys here via this port. Okay, port garrison commander. I guess it's going to be Montgomery. Because I want Alan. to be my main dude. Now, we need to import some oil. America seems to make sense for that. Are you ready to on pause? No, we're not. 'Cause this guy I forgot to assign. Okay, you can go in there. And that's everyone. Oh, yeah. Do I want to send the air wings over here? Probably not. Air wings with no orders. Where are you? Yeah, I guess... I guess we just hold him in reserve. And that's everyone. Okay, click on pause here and everything's going to merge up. Alright. Feeling pretty good. Okay, so they have got 5 enemy anti-air, so we'll have to see how much damage that's going to do to us. But we shall see. This strap bomber wing, I think we're going to operate mostly in wings of 1,000. During wars of Iraq from Iraq, yes, sure. Where are these guys? Ah, on the ships, okay. Well, the ships are all just moving to merge, and then we'll deal with them. The East Indies has been called in. Trying America, well, weird Sicily country, trying and failing to push them out. You may all join, yes. So where's this one? Greater London area. I guess we just send them also to England just to get superiority. We can send to the English Channel, just to ensure we have our superiority there. So where we should naval invade these guys is an interesting question. I don't know who's going to have the upper hand on this front. I imagine the Soviets. They have a lot more men, but they have a lot less military factories, so I imagine it will be close. Our construction speed is relatively fast, so that's going to get some more factories there. Oh, here's the Italian fleet. Okay, top priority, we've got to make sure we defeat the Italian fleet. So all naval bombers available deploy to this region. And let's send those 600 fighters as well. Oh, so we've already taken some casualties. What was that, 2? Our bombers are being disrupted. Okay, so they are sending a lot of fighters. Okay, so forget that. Let's go here. And I will deploy fighters in support. These 500 fighters, though. Oh, sorry, those strategic bombers. They should merge. These 200 fighters. No, these attack bombers. Well, attack bombers can help out down here, too. Naval strike here. And let's be very careful not to lose a huge portion of our fleet here. We have less planes in the sky at the moment. I think we should probably withdraw from this fight until we can get all our planes deployed. Oh, they are. They're not joining in yet? Oh, here they are. Okay, there we go. With the planes, we should be able to get the upper hand here. Yeah, I think we're going to get the upper hand. The destroyers are dropping like flies, but that's what destroyers are for. Our casualties are similar. But if we can break the Italian Navy here, that would be spectacular. They lost the first heavy cruiser and the second. That's a good sign. I don't know why I didn't think of this before. We could also just send the rest of our navy to assist. Because, I mean, why not? Yeah, I think this is definitely going in our favour. So, using this opportunity to wipe out their navy seems very good. Awesome. Shot down some of their battleships. Shot down. Sunk. 5 of their battleships. Okay, this is the end. Yeah, there goes the Italian Navy, pretty much. You guys, if you would... ooh, a bit of a battle here. Single destroyer. Continue patrolling, but they're presumably moving to repair now. Why can't I see what order they have? Hello? Guys, what are you doing? Yeah, I think they're moving to repair. Moving to repair at Sussex, though. Do we have a decent naval base down here? Yeah. Repair in Alexandria. Go repair. Okay, so I think the way to make them repair is you just tell them to do this and then do repair now. There we go. Okay. And once they're repaired up, I think we should be able to win that. These subs could do with dealing with. Let's convoy escort with my main fleet for now. This kind of area. Hello? Why can't I? There we go. We do not want the Germans sinking all our subs. Okay, so how is it over here? Did they launch an instant attack against me? No, in fact they withdrew. Very good. So we might be able to retake these islands without too much resistance. Should be good. And as soon as they go in, I'm going to open up this passage so new troops can come in. Oh, they're back. Well, they just held the port, it looks like. Mussolini falls from power. Interesting. He removed him as the Prime Minister. He told him the war was lost. He barely reacted. Interesting. Why would they think the war was lost? This is like, I think that event might have fired early. Looks like the Germans are making slight gains against the Soviets, although they're losing in the north. And there's this odd thing that you can't attack Leningrad from the north in this mod. I've no idea if that's historical. It might well be. Okay, well that is the end of this episode. There's a lot of setup, but in future I think these will be a lot more active. So I hope to see you in the future. Thanks very much for watching, and I shall see you soon. Bye-bye.